Hey y'all, welcome back to Relationship Talk with the Lloyds. So, everyone's talking about this Will and Jada stuff. I know it ain't none of our business, but we are intrigued. So, we're going to watch it together, and then you'll see our reaction.
Let's get to it.
Here we go. Let's play.
Statement I made that went cray-cray.
And one of the reasons why I wanted to come to the table is the media, the headlines. We specifically never said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel like it's a situation that I considered private.
You just feel like it ain't really nobody's business.
Yeah.
Nobody's business, I agree.
But now Black Twitter
Now
has
it's
claimed
public.
it as their business.
But, you know, I feel like it's healing that needs to happen. And I know there's a lot of stuff going on in the world right now.
Yeah.
Even though this is minuscule, I do feel like it's these kinds of things that create the world that we're in. And the idea of not communicating, not talking about it, not clearing the air, and just being as transparent. Just being transparent.
And I'm here with you.
Yeah, I thank you for that, because you've been on.
This just seems already very awkward that she's even having this conversation with Will and in front of everybody else. This is already awkward. But alright, go ahead. You can see the uncomfortable, like they both seem uncomfortable. Will especially, but I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah, she said transparent. Yeah, okay. I don't think that's fully true, but moving on.
A hell of a journey with me. So that's what we're going to start with. This is a very personal journey.
Yep.
That became very public.
Yes, absolutely.
For whatever reason.
So what happened, Jada?
Okay, so let's start with, I guess about 4.5 years ago.
Yeah.
I think it was about 4 years ago. Started a friendship with August. And we actually became really, really good friends.
Really, really good friends.
See, that's why in all the videos, the fringe, and y'all go watch the other videos because I knows what I'll be talking about.
Alright.
Let's get back to this friendship.
And it all started with him just needing some help. You know, me wanting to help his health, his mental state.
Because for me, that was the thing when Og first came around, he was really sick.
He was really sick, yeah.
And the outpouring for him from our family was initially about his health.
Yeah. And I mean, we found all those different resources, you know, to
Big up, Will. You let a man inside your house that's sick.
It was to help him. He came for them to help him. That was the initial introduction.
Sick, and his wife's supposed to help. Is she has her doctor's degree or anything?
She's an actress. As far as I know.
I respect Smith.
Play.
help pull him through. And from there, you know, you and I were going through a very difficult time.
Yeah.
And we decided.
I was done with your ass.
Yeah, you kicked me to the curb.
I was done with you.
Yeah.
Marriages have that, though. Marriages have that.
Yeah, we basically, we broke up.
We decided that we were going to separate for a period of time, and you go figure out how to make yourself happy, and I'll figure out how to make myself happy.
Well, at that particular point in time, it was indefinite.
Yeah, I really felt like we could be over. You know?
We were over.
And then what did you do, Jada?
Well, you know, I think from there, you know, as time went on, I got into a different kind of entanglement with August. One thing I want to get clear about and clean up, one of the things that was kind of swirling in the press about you giving permission, which is,
All right, so
you know,
first of all, they were broken up. That's the first part. They were broken up when she got into a relationship with him, so they wasn't together. But this goes back to the last video. He was talking about, like, were they thinking about coming back together? He said, you go decide what makes you happy, I'll go decide what makes me happy. Was there a discussion to say, we're going to try to come back, or we just done, we done? You go your separate ways, we're over. See, that's what I need clarification on. Because if we have a conversation, it's like, you know what, I don't think we should be together no more. Then you free to do what you want to do, and I'm free to do what I want to do. But if we're saying, you know, we're having a rough patch right now, let's just take a break, take a breather, take a moment apart.
See, I think separation, with that word, dealing with a relationship, that means you just separated, but you together. Well, broken up, done with your,
It's over.
it's something, you know, extra there, and like y'all free.
Well, it sounds like
Separating to me is somewhat like we
it's a trial period.
separated,
It's a
but
trial period.
you know.
All right, let's see.
Kind of heavy.
the person that can give permission in that particular circumstances, myself.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. But what August was probably trying to communicate, because I could actually see how he would perceive it as permission, because we were separated amicably. And I think he also wanted to make it clear that he's not a homewrecker, which he's not. Which he's not.
I think so. I mean, because this is your red table, and you like brought yourself to the red table. I think you need to say clearly what happened.
As far as what?
You and I decided we were going to take our space, and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got into an entanglement with August. That's what I said. As far as what?
You and I
make it
decided
play.
we were
Yo,
going
look at her eyes,
to
like,
take our space, and what happened.
Yeah, and then I got
we
into
discussed
an
this.
entanglement
Why you
with
bringing stuff?
August. That's what I said.
Gosh, she
An
said, Paul, wait.
entanglement?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's like, why are you trying to call me out, Will?
Like,
I just admitted
like-
that I got into an entanglement with him. Why are you trying to listen?
Off these cameras, we spoke about this.
Exactly.
Like, where
Why
you
are you
going
trying
with?
to change stuff around? Stick to the script, dude. Sure.
That's what it seemed like to me. It was like,
Like, you trying to get off script. But he's like, just keep it real.
like, yo, like, stop playing.
A relationship.
Yes, it was a relationship. Absolutely.
So we come to the red table. So I'm in the Jada position right now. So
Okay.
you know, you during that time launched into an interaction with August. What do you feel like
That was the interaction.
you
Entanglement,
would look?
relationship, interaction. They got so many different definitions of this. All right. Go
I
ahead.
guess when it's going to get to sexual intercourse.
Oh, no.
For
I just wanted to feel good. It had been so long since I felt good.
That's hard to hear. That means you was in a marriage and you just wasn't, you was that unhappy that you didn't feel good.
I guess that's a smack to the host, that's Will Smith. Like, how do he feel right now?
She wasn't happy.
I wasn't happy, and he was done with her, and it was.
She was done with
Yeah.
them. They were done with each other. They just wasn't in a happy space.
Yes.
They were in a happy space.
Oh man.
She found it with him, like with the August, I guess.
And it was really a joy to just help heal somebody.
Yeah.
I think that has a lot to do with my...
If you are broken, how can a broken person heal somebody else that's
according to
also broken?
I guess. I don't know what time elapsed during her healing, and so she was healed that she can heal him. I'm
confused about that.
To each his own, but she wanted to feel good, I guess.
So.
Hey, everybody deserves happiness, I guess.
Through that particular journey, I learned so much about myself and was able to really confront a lot of emotional immaturity, emotional insecurity, and I was really able to do some really deep healing.
See, that's why she said insecurities and immaturities, and not judging her, but at her age, that's why you have to know yourself and what you bring to the table in a relationship, because you don't want to bring baggage into a relationship and hurting people, and this can have bigger effect than just you. You done hurt this man. Now he don't want to entangle with another person, and now it's just a spread there. So that's why you got to know you.
You got to heal yourself first before you trying to get into a relationship with somebody else.
You can't be getting in a relationship and trying to learn and say, you know what, let me do me, and it's a relationship. Once you jump in the ship, you gotta ride it out, man.
You gotta relate to each other.
That's right. It's ride. Oh, whoa. Let's get back to this.
I'm grateful for the journey that you and I have had together, because I feel like there are a lot of couples that go through those periods, and a lot of couples that have to separate and think it's over, and
I guess he'll understand it, man.
But we don't know what dirt he done did. He probably got his own dirt. We just don't know about it.
Listen.
So they look like they did their own stuff.
Of course.
So.
But when you have your own dirt, then bring that dirt together to mingle dirt. Still dirty.
Oh God.
One thing I'll say about you and I is that there's never been secrets.
Right. We came together young.
Wait a minute.
So you knew about the relationship. That's what she's basically saying. It's not like they broke up and she was dating him and he didn't know about it. He knew about the relationship.
Okay. I'm learning.
I'm
gonna get you back first, and then
you gonna get me back. I think you got me back. I think we're good on that. Okay.
Okay, that's probably true.
But and I don't think it's about getting anybody back.
No, for me it is.
Okay. I'll give you that petty. That's what you want. But I will definitely say it's just part of it.
Yeah.
If you expect to be with somebody for a lifetime.
25 years and counting.
We ride together.
We die together.
I don't agree with that. I don't think that's a part of it. That's a part of marriage. Not every marriage has that detrimental part that you want to break up. No, you should always try to find. I'm not gonna say every marriage you have to stay with a person that there's not certain things that you have to. There's certain things that come up that you need to break apart. You're just not healthy for each other. Things happen. It may be different situations, but I'm not gonna say every marriage that comes up. What do you say?
you deal with the things that you get dealt,
Yeah,
and you work it out.
exactly. But to say that everybody's gonna have a breaking period that they want to break up or take a break or separate, I don't agree with that statement.
It's totally not true.
You should have certain skills in place or certain things in place to prevent that from happening. Like you should see the signs coming up, so you'd be like, yo, what's going on with us? Let's take a reboot. Let's just chill. Let's take a step back, figure out what's going on before we even get to that point.
It's through communication, that you won't have to fall off that cliff.
Yeah, because if I'm really and it's not
If you are in tune, yeah, you're gonna have a low, you're gonna be dropping down, but it don't have to go all the way rock bottom. Like, yo, listen, I'm rid of you. I'm done with you.
And I think communication, when we say communication, is not just about talking about having those really difficult conversations, like being honest. To say that you might say something that's going to hurt their feelings, or they might take away, but you have to say it so you're clear on what you're feeling, what you're thinking, what you're seeing in the relationship. And just like you have to have those difficult conversations. And you have to trust each other that it's worth having that difficult conversation. You might have a blow up right now and be angry at each other, but when you come back and look back at it in retrospect, you're like, you know what? We need to deal with that.
And you can't be holding on to your feelings also and just letting stuff build on up.
Exactly.
Until you're ready to explode. You got to sit down and communicate and talk what that heart is feeling, what your mind is going through, what you're going through daily. So you won't have to get to that turning point like, yo, I'm like super unsatisfied with you.
Exactly. And you have to you have to be able to not just say what's on your mind and what's in your heart and get your thought across, but you also have to listen to the other person too. And really listen to what they're saying and put yourself in their shoes. And listen with understanding, not just listen to have a rebuttal. That's the main thing I could definitely say about communication. People, when they're having a discussion, they just want to get their point across and not listen to what the other person is saying. And that's definitely a hard thing to master, especially when you're angry or you're frustrated, but you have to hear the other person out. That's the only way that communication is going to work.
Like I said before, in another one of our videos, y'all talking it out and y'all trying to resolve something. It just don't get resolved in 1-2 days.
Exactly.
Y'all may be going through with that some time. I don't want to say how long, but maybe a month, maybe 2. You may be going through it for a year or years. But that's the stuff that y'all working out. You don't have to say it can't get worked out and just
exactly
throw the whole person outside the window this week because y'all have a disagreement. Mm-hmm. Relationship don't work that way. Oh, we got a minute left, I guess. Let's play it out.
Bad marriage for life.
Bad marriage for life. I'm done. He said bad instead of bad boys for life. They said bad marriage for life. I'm done. Play the rest. Play the rest.
They say laughed about it.
That's terrible.
It's the truth.
It's the truth.
But yeah, it's just part of the journey.
I told you the first year we were married.
What'd you tell me?
That I can love you through anything.
And I didn't believe you.
Yeah.
If somebody looked through a crystal ball and said this, and this is gonna happen, I'd be like, no way.
Yeah. You thought I was that I didn't have the girth that it was gonna take to ride with you through.
Yeah, I didn't know if you would be willing to find the deep capacity to love me.
Yeah. How am I doing?
You're doing great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're awesome.
So what do you think?
Well, my question is, you can love a person through some things, but would you or could you be in love with them? Because it's a difference.
That's a good question.
It's a difference there. You can love them and they doing whatever, but in love is something different. That's a question to y'all. Like,
I guess that's a good question.
yeah.
But overall, I think, basically, just like we said at the beginning, it's none of our business. They over there laughing about it. It's something that happened how many years ago. They dealt with it. It's just because this August guy brought it to light, so now they had to address it. And, we nosy, so we just had to. Everybody naturally knows, so we just trying to figure out what was going on, too. And we still, hey.
It's good that they back together and, man want a ride or die chick.
But not no bad marriages for life. Nah, we don't want that.
Nah, that's.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know about that one. That's
nah.
a little bit too much for me to handle.
Yeah, I think it was interesting. The 12 minutes and 52 seconds. They give me that much info that the clips on social media didn't give me, but hey, we got some insight and we gave our opinions on it as everybody else's.
Oh yeah.
You just joined the bandwagon.
So, that's what they've been through. They worked it out.
And it's over.
And this was years ago, so.
Yeah, they done dealt with it already. It's none of our business. It's their issue. But I'm not going to say that every marriage has to deal with issues like that. Definitely not. But the thing is, the main thing I would say is communication. And not just communication, saying just talking, but having those difficult conversations. Mm-hmm. So when you're feeling like you're hurt or you're feeling like something's not going right, you can voice that to your partner. And every discussion, every argument is not bad. Sometimes you have an argument or discussion, as my husband would say, you work some stuff out. And that's sometimes you need that. You need to work that stuff out so you can be better as a couple, better have a better relationship, better as a union, because you are a team. And if that team is not functioning together, it's not going to go the right direction.
Some things, the difficult things that y'all really not communicating, but not resolving it, things happen. But that's a relationship.
If you can't figure it out on your own, you can seek outside help. You can go to a counselor.
Counseling.
And the one person that you definitely go to is God.
Yeah.
To ask for guidance and direction on what you should do in your relationship. So
if your church have, marriage guidance and all that, go on. Get it.
But
it helps.
You should use every avenue that you have, every resource that you have in your disposal. You should use it. Don't try to solve things by yourself if you cannot. All right?
Now, you don't want to put your relationship on out there.
Nah, you ain't going to talk to every time
you
you
want to keep it inside.
But, people that's going to be confidential, like a counselor, your pastor, like God, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
So, I was just sipping my tea and watching this show, but as we said, it's not about business, but we still giving our 2 cents on it. All right, y'all. See y'all next time. They should talk with Lloyds. Peace.
Peace.
Bye, y'all.